Sunrise was on 3FM 92.7. My name is Kelvin Owusu Ansah. Let's get into the world of sports, starting from Ansah legendary. We call him. Surprise and news came up on Tuesday evening when Ansah announced
it's time to tell everybody
bringing an end to a nearly
officially retired
20-year career. His retirement has been met with an outpouring of love and admiration, demonstrating the indelible mark which he left on the football landscape of the country. Jan's legacy extends far beyond his exceptional goal-scoring ability and skills. Throughout his career, he's become one of the most notable players who's played the game with unwavering determination, unrivaled passion, and earning him a special place for fans. Terry Jan made this announcement during the Trade Finance Bank for Africa's conference in Accra, where together with Didier Drogba shared some insight into football.
It's time to tell everybody I've officially retired from football. Whoa! And very, very emotional, as he said. It's a very, very difficult moment. It's something that you love, something that you've
it's our dream.
Done since your childhood, and then living it at this moment. And I'm very happy. I'm very happy to use this platform. And it's official right now. All the journalists, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, those were your legends, and that was the final panel of the final day of this amazing conference. Amazing moments. I want to thank all of you. And you've inspired millions, ladies and gentlemen. Now,
that was Ansah there. Now Rick Wampoff, my colleague, tells us a lot more about the legend Ansah is.
On 19 November 2003, a star was born in Ghana. Ansah climbed off the bench to score his first ever goal for the Black Stars 3 days before he turned 18 against Somalia, a goal that would make him the youngest ever scorer for the Black Stars. But little did we know how big this boy would become. Now he went on to add 50 more goals to become Ghana's all-time top scorer. He has 51 goals, a record that would live through various generations considering the gap between himself and then the next active player on the list. Jan went on to represent Ghana at the World Cup and the Africa Cup of Nations, scoring crucial goals for the country. There's so many goals to choose from his catalogue, including the one versus England, the goals versus the United States of America, and then that record-breaking goal against Portugal in the 2014 World Cup that made him the highest ever scorer for an African at the World Cup. There are more records that Jan went on to set. For instance, before Cristiano Ronaldo set that record of scoring in 10 consecutive international tournaments, Jan held that record for the longest period, scoring in 9 consecutive international tournaments. The only dent is that Jan retires without an international trophy for Ghana. He came close on several occasions, finishing second in the Africa Cup of Nations twice, and then picking up a bronze medal with the Black Stars. As I said earlier, there's so much to choose from in terms of his catalogue of against England in Wembley. What's your favourite Jan goal?
Suleiman Tari through to Jan, who's onside. It's Ansah Jan, it's 2-1 Ghana!
Ansah and I'm sure Avram Grant, who is in Ghana, would be wowing too. One of his most lovable players is seen in the Black Stars. Now on Avram Grant, he paid a visit to the residence of the late Christian Acho on Tuesday. Upon his arrival from Zambia, Grant went to mourn with the family and offer his condolences, being the latest person to sign the book of condolences for Christian Acho. Earlier, he had expressed his admiration for the later Tespo winger, who was one of the outstanding players in the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations. Avram Grant.
Thank you. First, I come also to see Atsu family. Atsu was very close to me. I spoke with him in a week before what happened. Big tragedy. big tragedy. To finish your lifeline in this way, I was very sad, still sad about this. I'm going to see his family now. I'm happy to see his family, speak with them about him a little bit. But I can tell them even through the media now, they can be very proud about Owusu. Because Owusu, I don't know if you know, did also a lot of things for the football, and one of them, he was the best player of tournament, which, if you remember, he didn't play half a year before, and we prepared him for this, and it was good. But Owusu did a lot of things out of the football, orphanage, our school, and I will visit this too. I'm happy.
Well, very happy, and he's going to make sure the legacy Christian actually left is going to continue. But, well, he's also spoken about being the main role in the festival that is coming up in Domahinkro, where the BA Stars will play some of the professionals at the Nana Ajimambedu, the first pack on Thursday, 22nd June. That is tomorrow. Grant led Ghana to the final of the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations, and he's happy to be back here.
Very exciting. One thing that I'm coming in football, I say football is coming from the soul, and this player was amazing, really amazing. This player here gave everything. You remember when I came, nobody gave them a chance after the World Cup. Nobody gave them a chance. The country was against them. The country was against everybody, which I can understand also after what's happened in the World Cup. But I put a line, I said to him, let's build another Ghana now. And that was amazing. I will never forget, we was in a tough group with South Africa, Algeria, Senegal, the top teams in there. We lost the first game. We showed a lot of mentality. We came all the way to the final. The final, no doubt that we was better than them. Even Yaya Toure told me this when I met him a few months ago. With the bar, with the pot.
So that is there from Grant, but the Israeli has qualified Zambia back to where they have always belonged. That is the Africa Cup of Nations. The ex-Chelsea boss granted Zambia a 3-0 win over Ivory Coast on Saturday afternoon, and with it, the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations being qualified. Well, let's have a quick listen to Grant on that achievement.
Oh, it was first. I'm happy to achieve something. I'm happy first. We played 2 days ago against 3 days ago against Ivory Coast, which are much better than us, but the value of the money they're 10 times better than us. And we play fantastic. I came in January, and each game we are better, like I like. We won first game against Lesotho, second game against Lesotho. Now we play against teams that on the paper better than us. And I say to the players, let's leave it on the paper. And you show that in football, with brain and heart, you can do a lot of things, even a better team, and win 3-0, and we can win even more.
Well, that is from Avram Grant. Let's move away from him. And Ghana has intensified preparations for the upcoming Under-23 Africa Cup of Nations with a remarkable victory over Zamalek in a friendly match held on Tuesday in Cairo, Egypt. The Black Meteors had previously faced the Egypt Under-23 team in a friendly that ended 1-1. Romanian-based striker Emmanuel Yeboah stole the spotlight with an impressive hat-trick, while Emmanuel Appel, also known, contributed with the fourth goal. Black Meteors have set their sights on securing a top 3 finish in the Under-23 Africa Cup of Nations, which would grant Ghana the opportunity to play at the Olympic Games in Paris next year. This will be the first time that Ghana has qualified since Athens 2004. Ghana's campaign will begin on Sunday, the 25th of June, with a match against Congo, followed by games against Morocco on 27 June and Guinea on the 30th of June. Now, staying with them, Meteors forward Ernest Nyama has been included in the 100-man shortlist for the 2023 Golden Boy Award for his impressive performance for Nordsjælland in the Danish Superliga. Well, Nyama and the Golden Boy Award is given by sports journalists to the most impressive young male footballer at the age of 21, playing in Europe during a calendar year, and has seen many winners and nominees rise to famous prominent when it comes to the game. Nyama is a product of Right to Dream and proved to be a key figure for Nordirland, scoring a total of 15 goals and 4 assists in all competitions despite missing out on the championship to FC Copenhagen. Now there is also another Ghanaian who made the name appeared on the list, Christopher Bonsuban, who plays for Norwegian side Salzburg 8FF. Well, 3 Ghanaians have already been nominated in the last 3 years, including 2 others from Right to Dream Academy and Nordirland, that is players Mohamed Kudus and Kamaldeen Sulemana. They made the list in 2020 and 2022 respectively. Former AS Roma Felix Afnejan was also nominated in 2022. Now a move away from the local from the Ghana Premier League, and Liberty Professionals have decided to divest their ticket to play in Ghana's Division 1. According to reports made yesterday, the club hasn't been sold, and in a statement signed by the club's chief executive Linda Ansah, they clarify that they have instead relinquished their slot to compete in the Division 1 league while remaining with the Ghana Football Association's pyramid. Liberty Professionals started originally as an academy. The club will seek to re-establish its reputation as a world-class developer of Ghanaian football talent, the statement read. Now moving away to some European action, and Cristiano Ronaldo scored an 89th minute winner on his record-breaking night as he became the first ever men's footballer to make 200 international appearances in Tuesday's Euro 2024 qualifying win against Iceland. The 38-year-old captain was presented with a Guinness World Records framed certificate for his achievement before kickoff. Ronaldo broke the record in March when he earned his 197th Portugal cap against Liechtenstein, surpassing the previous record held by Badr Al-Mutawa, who was capped 196 times by Kuwait. Cristiano Ronaldo on his achievement.
So happy. It's that kind of moments that you never expect. To do it 200 caps, for me it's an unbelievable achievement. To be in a World Guinness is amazing, and of course to score the winning goal, it's even more special. So I have to say thank you to the stadium, to Iceland, the people, the fans, the stadium, to do it this kind of party for me. Portugal national team, the federation. So happy, special day. I have to say thank you to all of them. They make my day. They make my night, let's say in that way. It's not night, but they make my day, let's say in that way.
Well, gentleman, very confused. He wants to be exact with his words. Now to Germany, and they've suffered yet another setback with a 2-0 defeat to Colombia on Tuesday as pressure mounts on coach Hansi Flick ahead of their home Euro 2024. Luis Diaz scored Colombia's opener in the 54th minute, and Juan Cuadrado gave the guests a second from the spot in the 82nd after Joshua Kimmich, who had come from the bench into the game just 3 minutes earlier, hit the ball with his arm. The national team played 3 friendly games this month, and their best result was a 3-3 draw. Very disappointing for Germany, but it was all joy for Senegal as Sadio Mane scored twice to help the Lions of Teranga fight back and shock Brazil 4-2 in a friendly in Lisbon on Tuesday. The 5-time world champions had recorded their 3rd loss in their last 4 international matches. It was the first time Brazil had lost by 2 goals since they were beaten 2-0 by Chile in 2015, while they had not conceded 4 or more in a match since they were humiliated 7-1 by Germany in the 2014 World Cup semi-finals. Now Lucas Paqueta and Marquinhos scored for the Seleção before Amad Diallo's finish. An own goal from Marquinhos and Sadio Mane's brace ensured a victory for Senegal. Now moving on to some transfer news. Manchester United have accepted an offer from FC Utrecht to sign Zidane Iqbal on a permanent transfer. The deal for the 20-year-old Iraq midfielder was worth up to €1 million plus significant sell-on clause for Manchester United. Medical done, and he's set to join on a 4-year contract. Now the Prince of Wales, where William visited the England women's squad and surprised head coach Sarina Wiegman with CBE presentation to the English manager. Well, she's become the latest awarder of the CBE to be recorded in the history of women's football. Well, Sarina Wiegman expressed her joy after receiving the Prince and also her award.
You know, so grateful, so honoured to receive this. And yes, but it all stays. It's about the team and about our performances. And without a team, like players and staff, you can't perform at the highest level. But then, when you get this big honor. It's very, I can only say I'm so honored and grateful and privileged to be here and to work here with this team, and I hope we can keep doing that. And yeah, that's actually what I'm trying to do, and also have a little fun. He's one of our biggest fans, I think. He knows a lot about our team and about the game, and you know that he always follows us, and he comes by at times. So last year he came by, now today, and that was a surprise. You see, now it becomes informal too, so you know.
Very informal too at times, but Manchester City chairman Khaldoon Al-Mubarak has revealed how the club's academy is consistently producing talent with a clear pathway to the first team. They hope that they will not be lost on the greatest talent when time is set for the oldies to leave the club.
We have shown in our academy how we have produced the best team in England, or the best teams in England over the last 5-6 years consistently. So the talent is there. We have great players, great coaching staff, and that's producing players like Rico Lewis, like Cole Palmer, and many others. And we have a first team coach in Pep Guardiola that gives young talent a chance, that has the courage and the open-mindedness to bring them in, give them the opportunity, and you have then great examples like Rico Lewis at 18. He's given the opportunity and he grasps it, and I'm very happy for him. I'm delighted for Rico, but I'm even more delighted for the academy, because it's showing us consistently that we are producing that sort of talent, and then we have a pathway for them. The ones that have and that we see have a pathway towards the first team.
So that is it there from Manchester City boss. Yes, that is their chairman Khaldoon Al-Mubarak. Now, European football ruling body on Tuesday unveiled the mascot for the Euros in 2024 in Germany, a bear for the first time in the competition and still unnamed. Well, the mascot will be introduced to Germany fans when they play at the Veltins Arena in Gelsenkirchen in a friendly. Well, that will be all for sports this morning on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Sunrise continues. We continue to celebrate Asamoah. There is more sports news on 3news.com as well as 3sportsgh across all the socials.